Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. This is Dalal Hamdan. We start with the English 6 book, your Traveler book, your Traveler 6, Module 3, Unit 5, page 58 and 59. This module, which is Body and Mind, Unit 5, The Mind. Let's check in your books, page 58. On page 58, we have done the first part of the vocab in our last lesson. So they were about adjectives and propositions, and we filled all of these up. Things with, adjectives with, adjectives with of, adjectives with about, and we did those exercises together. So let's go ahead. The other part is about expressions with come. An expression, any word that follows the verb come. So when we were reading, we came up to the phrase, we need to come to terms with. What do we mean by come to terms with? It means to accept something. Instead of saying, I will accept it, I will come to terms with this or that thing. So let's start doing the exercise. We have sentences 1 to 5, and we will match them with A to E. It later come to light. What is coming to light? Coming to light means is to be made known. It came to light. We say it even in Arabic. Number 2, it took Mark several months to realize that his dream had finally come true. We usually say, hopefully it will come true. Coming true is actually happen, when it occurs and it happens. 3, I turned 17 the year the president came into power. Coming into power is to become an authorized person. So C, to take position of leadership or control. He became the president. 4, this torch will come in handy when we go camping. Come in handy, it means to become useful. D, to be useful. Number 5, the new anti-smoking law is to come into effect next January. So we have a law and it would start to work. So number 5 is B, to begin to apply. So people are going to pay fine. Next, we're speaking here about idioms. What do we mean by the word idiom? It is an expression, a phrase, or a sentence that is having a different than the literal meaning. Like, it is raining cats and dogs. So it's not literally cats and dog, but it means heavily. When we're reading, we came to the word or the phrase food for thought. What do we mean by food for thought? The mind won't be able to eat, but it is something that makes you think carefully. Something precious that would make you think carefully. Let's match these idioms that we have 1 to 5 with their meanings A to E. John is having a second thought. When you are having a second thought, you are in doubt. You don't know how to think. So the answer will be is E, to change your opinion or have doubts. You have doubts about something. You don't know what to decide. 2, you are very quiet. You are not noisy. A penny for your thought. So what do you mean by a penny? You will pay for what he thinks. B, so something you say to ask someone what they are thinking about. I want to know what you're thinking about. Number 3, you have interrupted my train of thought. When someone is thinking and you ask them questions, you are interrupting, coming into the middle. Interrupted my train of thoughts with all that noise. We even say this one in Arabic. We say the train of thoughts are C, a series of thoughts that are connected in the same way, thinking about one thing. 4, the installation art has, art show has to be seen to be believed. So you wouldn't believe it. Number 4 is to be unusual but true. It is something that is amazing that you need to see it, so you would believe it. 5, don't be frightened, Sally. The story your brother told you was just make believe. What is making believe? It wasn't real. It is not real. So these are about the idiomatic expressions. Let's go to the other page, which is about reported speech. What do we mean by reporting a speech? Reporting a speech is the idea of you are telling me about what someone else have told. It is not your words, not your sentences, not your thoughts. It is someone else's ideas. So from the reading, we have came up to this. So it was written that the scientists announced that they were planning to carry out more experiments with rats. So what did they say? They said exactly, we were planning. We were planning. A participant claimed that he was able to control the level of his happiness. So what did he say? He himself said, I am able. So we changed the past here into the present. The man told the psychologist that he realized he had made lots of mistakes. So what did he exactly said? He said, I realized that I have made. So I had, it became a have. The teacher told the boys that they would feel better after doing some sport. So he exactly said, you will feel. Instead of would, we had a will here. The researcher added that he couldn't understand why the rats behaved like that. So he added, I can't, couldn't is can't, then the other one behaved, and had behaved became behaved. So let's follow up these. We will let's answer these questions. So if the question in the direct speech is in the present simple, in the reported speech we will change it to past simple. So S will be goes will be went. If it is in the present progressive is doing, it will be was doing. If it is past simple, simple past like the ed or went, so we will change it into past perfect, had plus the verb. Present progressive into past progressive. Will be would, and can would be could, must would be had to. So I want you to screen capture this one, which is these are the steps that I want you to follow if you want to change a direct speech into a reported speech. First, start with a correct introduction. Is it he said, he asked me, he told me, he admitted, whatever the thing is. Then change it into a sentence formation. If it's a question, it's a command, change it into subject, verb, object. The verb should be in the middle. Then you will go one tense backward. Present, past, future, present. And this one is the chart that based on it. Just go one backward. So present simple will be past simple. Present perfect will be past perfect. Past simple will be past perfect. You will go one tense backward. This is going to be very helpful. This one is very helpful for reporting a speech or a question. Let's go ahead. We will continue here. What about reporting a command or request? What do you mean by a command? It is a kind of an instruction, like do this thing or don't do it. A command is do or don't. Like go ahead, don't waste time. So the professor asked the student to pay attention. So what did he say? He said, pay attention. And he told them not to interrupt him. Do not interrupt me. So he said, do not interrupt me. So he told us this way. Okay, so you can screen capture this one, which is about command and request. These are the commands and requests, whether do, like stay here, do not take this. You can report it this way. He told me to stay here, or he asked me not to take that. And this is the chart that you could follow. Subject, he told or asked me, then to or not to, based on whether positive or negative, do something. Okay, now sometimes you do not need to, you do not need to stick to say, tell, and we have ask. You can come up with whatever the verb that you want to. You can use agree, offer, refuse, threaten, but some of these are special cases, like you have here to use a full infinitive. Here, after advise, allow, beg, or encourage, you have to use the object. He encouraged me to do something. Full infinitive is to plus the verb. Accuse, apologize, admit to. After them, you will use the verb plus ing. So he admitted breaking. He apologized for speaking loudly. When you use explain, claim, exclaim, or any other ones, you will use that clause. You should start a clause with that. So let's start with the examples in your books, the same page. If you want to get more information, you will refer to the reference page, page 133, 134. There are extra examples, extra illustrations about that. So let's go ahead. The exercise. Rewrite the following sentences in reported speech. So these are the direct speeches. You will change them into reported speech. Pay attention to the introductory verb. The shop assistant said that, so past, we need this one to be in the past. All the blue shoes are on sale. Are is the key word, so were on sale. So we have changed here, all the blue shoes were on sale. Are is were here. Steve, I really regret shouting at you yesterday. So we have yesterday and we have the idea of regret shouting. So he apologized for, after for we need you to use ing. He apologized for shouting. So we have changed that one, which is because we have apologized, it should be followed by the ing form. I just got in from the gym. Who's saying that? Josh told Ed. So Josh told, then he told Ed that, after told you need to use that he, who's Josh, had got. Got is the past simple. We will change the past simple into past perfect. He got in from the gym. Do not go until you clean up the mess in the kitchen. So here we have, the first one is a command, don't. Then we have also clean. So the mom told her son, or told me, to, do not will be not to go out. Then the other verb present is going to be past. Until I clean up the mess in the kitchen. Then, yes, I will talk to the headmaster, Joe said. So Joe agreed. We have agreed here. We use after agreed. We can use here to talk to the headmaster. So he would talk to the headmaster. If you help me finish the project, one verb, I will buy you lunch tomorrow. So Craig told Tim that if you help, if he would buy him lunch, well is a would. The following day, it's not always yesterday, the following day, if he helped. Help is helped, past. Please, Gareth, drive me home. This is a request, so just like a command. Lee asked home Gareth. He asked Gareth, do, so to drive him home. To or not to, so positive, to drive him home. Don't forget a negative request, a negative command. Don't forget to bring your boots for football training. So reminded, how do we use the verb after reminded? He reminded Roy, full infinitive, to bring his boots for the football. What changed it is the idea of reminded. Let's try pony riding next week. We have next week and we have let's try. Razak suggested trying pony riding the following week. Not next week, always use the next week or following week. I want to tell you that I broke the window in the schoolyard. He admitted. When we have admitted, we need to use an ing. He admitted to breaking or have broken the window in the schoolyard. So the rule that we are following here, we usually use the correct introduction, admit, said, ask, then you will change it into a sentence. This part we will use it with questions. In a sentence, if it is a statement, it is easy, it is in the same order. Subject, verb, object. He said that he went to. Then go 1 tense backward. Check the direct speech. Is it present? Change it into past. Is it past? Change it into past. Perfect. And it will be easier for you. So this is the chart that you are following. Thank you so much. Have a good day.